certainly there was a lot of positivity at the beginning of Q1 2017. I think a lot of that was related to announcements in the news that related to pipelines being approved, both Canada and in the US. So what we saw from that was an increase of activity, primarily in what's usually the most overactive market, Nisku and Leduc. So over there we saw several buildings being absorbed, whether it's on the purchase or the lease side. These are buildings that were built on spec and sitting in the market for almost 2 years. And in the span of about 3 to 4 months, a lot of them got absorbed. The rates that we saw for these transactions were well below 2014 when they were built, but certainly they were kind of in line with today's market rates. So that's where we saw a lot of activity. Another segment of the market which did seem to reappear that was dormant for the past 2 years was the purchase of bare land. Not too many transactions, but the fact that those pieces of property were actually purchased was a sign that some spec builders are back in the market. And so again, positivity related to a lot of global events. The way tenants can take advantage, if someone's looking for flexibility, the sublease market continues to be huge. So you can have flexibility on lease length, the term length, and also you can potentially take advantage of some below market subsidized rates. For those tenants that are looking for stability to lock in the next 5 to 10 years, there's tons of options, and landlords are certainly willing to. There's some movement on rates, but a lot of them are sensitive to that, so you're seeing a lot of inducements. The same story you've seen for the last year. A lot of inducements by way of cash allowances, free rent periods, or even some leases being signed today that may not actually go into effect for till down the road. So in terms of the decision between leasing and buying, we certainly do find a lot more people who are interested in exploring the option of purchasing. And I think it's a valid direction to look at because interest rates are low and there's more availability today on the market than there was before. But one thing purchasers or potential purchasers should be aware of is that the prices for buildings has not come down. There's no steals of deals out there. I mean, there's the one-offs, obviously, but generally speaking, the dollar per square foot price has stayed pretty much stable from how it was when times were good.